Could it be that time once again? You gotta believe. I do. Well, I mean, somebody has to. What is good, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy HMK once again, and we got some big news when it comes to the PlayStation side of gaming. We are getting a big, and I mean a chunky, state of play this Wednesday, 40 minutes long, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's gonna focus on 15 plus games, which is gonna include Stellar Blade, among other things, which I'm really excited for. And you can already kind of guess what could show up there considering the recent releases that are coming very soon, and plans for DLC for releases that already has been passed. But the thing is, I gotta believe within the idea of Kingdom Hearts 4. A lot of people are like, oh, what about Missing Link? Well, like, the thing is, Missing Link is not a PlayStation title, and Kingdom Hearts 4, I mean, it has to come to PlayStation. It's probably gonna come to PlayStation, Xbox, maybe even PC at launch, but Xbox, PlayStation, I feel that's the main thing. And then PlayStation has always had a really good relationship with Square Enix, Disney, with Kingdom Hearts specifically. And a lot of people are like, oh, you're hoping too hard, I'm like, hey, listen, I understand. I got the copium hopium, and I'm attaining the clown armor. Like, oh, you're gonna get disappointed? I'm like, no, because I mean, I feel like the Square Enix and the Final Fantasy and the Kingdom Hearts community has, acquired the good sense of community surrounding the clown armor, that whenever something we think could happen or possibly could happen, like, hey, this is a place where Kingdom Hearts could show up. And when it doesn't, if it doesn't, they're like, okay, yeah, we're clowns. We always clowns. We're really clowns now. I mean, that's a good way to, like, I would say, circumvent our hype, but it doesn't stop me from hoping. And a lot of people are like, oh, why are you hoping so? I'm like, what, you're afraid of hype? You're afraid of hope? I'm understanding that Kingdom Hearts 4 specifically has a pretty good chance of not showing up, but at the same time, it's PlayStation State of Play. I think it's around that time, especially considering that we have the new Ichiban Kuji set, Linking Hearts, coming out this year, but more than likely that's going to be a, position specifically for Kingdom Hearts Missing Link, Linking Hearts. You get it? And, a lot of people are saying Final Fantasy VII Rebirth until, that's out and done. They're not going to talk about Kingdom Hearts or Kingdom Hearts 4. But I get that sentiment, 100%. I get it, right? I've even talked about the idea of that being a thing and the reason why Kingdom Hearts 4 hasn't shown up. But here's the thing, that never really stopped Square Enix before when talking about multiple different projects around the same time with different trailers at specific events. Sometimes they have a blowout, Kingdom Hearts 4 is in development right now, along with Missing Link, along with Rebirth. I mean, Rebirth has gone gold because it comes out in a month. And among other things, they could be talking about just a little bit of information for Kingdom Hearts 4 in the face of Rebirth coming out. I mean, they did the same thing for Rebirth and Final Fantasy 16. And I don't get the idea that people are thinking that, oh, just because they talk about Kingdom Hearts 4 before another big game were to come out, specifically Rebirth, that's suddenly gonna be like, oh no, the sales and promotion for Rebirth is all ruined. That's why they don't do it. It's like, no, people are still gonna buy Rebirth. Rebirth comes out in a month. You think, seeing Kingdom Hearts 4 is gonna be like, oh, nah, instead of Rebirth, better yet, let me just wait for Kingdom Hearts 4, which, we still have a release year, release window. A lot of people are saying 2026, and for good reason, because of the whole Ichiban Kuji thing. But we'll have to wait and see when we get a release date for Kingdom Hearts 4. But I don't get the idea that suddenly, disregards a recent release if you were to talk about something that probably isn't going to release anytime soon, but still talk about it to let people know it's like, hey, this is a thing. We're still working on it. So with that being said, Kingdom Hearts 4 at State of Play with a 40-minute long show, 15 plus games. I feel like Kingdom Hearts 4 has a shot, considering it's been 2 years since we last saw Kingdom Hearts 4 in Unreal Engine 4, and the game's supposedly going to be built on Unreal Engine 5. And then we did get little crumbs along the way. Taya Soy, the co-director of Kingdom Hearts series, who's currently working on Kingdom Hearts 4, had a lot to say. No, I wouldn't say a lot, but had a good amount to say about Kingdom Hearts 4's development when at the Final Fantasy 16 launch event party, where he's like, oh, we assisted development for Final Fantasy 16 in certain regards, and what we learned there, we're gonna, see if we can implement into Kingdom Hearts 4. Now, I'm not talking about specific like gameplay things, just like, hey, we learned how to, do this better. Maybe we could do that better, or maybe we could do this, maybe that, developmental techniques or whatnot. So I do think that Kingdom Hearts 4 isn't completely out of the question when it comes to the idea of it showing up at the State of Play, which is happening really soon. But there's other things that we have to look forward to. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is probably going to get an announcement there. People are hoping for a public demo. Stellar Blade's going to be there, possibly to talk about DLC for Spider-Man 2, DLC for Final Fantasy 16, because we're supposed to get the other half of the DLC relatively soon after the release of Rebirth, which is kind of weird to think about. Or maybe it could be before the release of Rebirth. That's kind of information that we'll get there. Among other things, there's going to be a lot to talk about and a lot to react to and a lot to hype up when it comes to Kingdom Hearts over the year, I feel, when it comes to Missing Link, and of course Final Fantasy in terms of Rebirth and Final Fantasy 16. But when it comes to the State of Play, I feel that we have a good position to see multiple things, and I'm really excited, and I hope you guys are excited, and I hope you guys will be there. And be square, we're gonna go live Wednesday 4 p.m. an hour before the show, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, over on Twitch. So until then, let me know your thoughts on the possibility of Kingdom Hearts possibly showing up at the State of Play, specifically Kingdom Hearts 4. Do you believe? I believe. It's time to suit up, clowns. Until the next video, this has been your boy HMK, and as always, stay spicy. I'll check you guys later.
So you haven't subscribed to HMK yet? Don't piss Xemnas off.